How's your day been? How's your life been? How the fuck are ya? If you hear barking, it's because I'm at the park with my first son and he's playing with a mate. This video is about the YouTuber Jessica Kent, and I really hope this video doesn't come across as me trying to pry into Jessica's life and her personal shit. But I think at this stage, babe, do a blood test. A blood test for the alleged substance use, the alleged that you've relapsed. You need to show your blood work. And I'll tell you why. The test you did was tampered with. Let's just say it how it is. It was tampered with, allegedly. There was no THC or amphetamines in the test that you provided. Everyone knows you smoke THC, babe. Everyone knows it. And in case anyone here was unaware, Adderall has amphetamine in it. That's going to show up positive on a blood test, just as I mentioned in yesterday's YouTube video. And I know that amphetamines come up on drug tests because when I take them, I fail them. Every time. Unless if I'm not taking my medication. This issue runs so much deeper than just trying to appease the audience, trying to come across as, you know, the good cop, like, cop. It needs to be done for the simple fact that there are children involved. There's fucking kids involved. You've always been open and transparent about, you know, your struggles, your issues with alcohol. You've, you know, provided a drug test yourself, a urine drug test. Why would a blood test be any different? If you've got nothing to hide, do the blood test. It is so important that Micah and Riley grow up, you know, knowing what it is to be a woman, and that is owning your shit. Oh, not even just be a woman, be a decent person. Own your shit. Take accountability. You're the one who made this all public. So therefore, it is your responsibility to make things right on public platforms where your children are going to inevitably see everything. They're going to see everything. And I'm sure they would much rather know the truth, know that everything their mother said in their past videos was fact. You know, you say that how important it is to own your shit, you know, that you can't get better unless you can acknowledge what the issue is. These are your own words. You come online and you portray yourself as someone who's very self-aware, and this is ultimately, isn't this what your brand is about? Transparency, being real, trying to help the recovery community, which you allegedly started. As someone who makes content about how to help people through active addiction, walking people through the mindset, the thought process, the everything like that about when you're in active addiction, was that all a lie? Was it all a lie if you can't hold yourself accountable when you have the clarity and you have the ability to self-reflect as much as you do? Also, about your new video that you just uploaded, you said that you were pregnant, then you went to prison or jail, whichever. It's a little bit odd considering in all your other videos, whenever you talk about being pregnant in prison or jail, whichever the fuck ever, you always say, I found out I was pregnant when I got incarcerated. You've never actually said your little synopsis story the way you've said it in that video. Again, you said you were pregnant, then went to prison or jail, then you were incarcerated. Did you just kind of admit that story was fabricated a little bit? Was that a little omission? Back to the whole substance testing thing. I'm actually really surprised that CPS hasn't asked for a blood test. You can clean your urine, but can you clean your blood? Please do the right thing, Jessica. Your children are going to grow up to hate you. And I think a blood test would be really reassuring for the recovery community. If you've got nothing to hide, do the blood test. Don't let down the recovery community. Don't let down all those people who have come to you for guidance, support, you know, your subscribers, who you wouldn't be living in that house if it wasn't for them. You know what I mean? You have a point to prove to your children and the community that you've let down, especially with that fucking tattoo and you happily pretending to smoke a pipe right next to it. You admitting to your faults and everything like that, getting the help if you need it, going to detox if you need it, could potentially inspire other people. Like, she owned up to it, and she's a public figure with millions of subscribers. If she's got the courage to do that, take accountability, acknowledge where she went wrong, acknowledge that she might need some help, then I can do that too. If she can do it, I can do it. There are so many successful people out there who battle with substance use disorder and who relapse. I don't want you to have this perception that because you're successful, you've got this, you've got that it's not okay to ask for help. Maybe potentially your ego and stuff like that has consumed you, but you are not the only one in this position. But it's only you that can get yourself out of it. I just also wanted to ask, which I forgot to put in my YouTube video yesterday, you made a video talking about your triggers and stuff like that. I'm just curious how money is your biggest trigger, but being around Jason, who's actively using, how is that not a trigger? Wouldn't being around the actual substance or someone under the influence of it be more of a trigger than money?